Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and the fact that the bull market support band has now breached $38,000. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So this is just our weekly video on where the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA are located. And the only reason we look at this is because historically this has been a key area to keep an eye on when we're in bull markets and also when we're in bear markets, because when you're in a bear market, you're always looking towards the 20-week, because a lot of times once you get above the 20-week moving average, you'll see a nice little move. Okay, and this will happen quite frequently. For instance, here, we didn't actually close any weekly candles above the 20-week, which is the red line. But when you get above it, you can see nice little moves. Sometimes we come back down, we hold it as support, and then that's usually what kicks off the bull market. These other times we were unable to hold it as support, and so it's something you always want to be watching throughout bull markets, bear markets, basically through any phase of the cycle. So it currently ranges from 38,424 for the 20-week SMA up to 40,497 for the 21-week EMA. So the upper bound on our bull market support band for Bitcoin has now gone above $40,000. And note that the 20-week SMA is climbing by $1,000 to $2,000 per week. Of course, it depends on the price action each and every week. So with that said, why do we look at the 20-week moving average other than just noticing this cycle? Well, again, last cycle, we had a more systematic test of it. This cycle, as we've been saying for a few months now, looks to be more similar to 2 cycles ago rather than last cycle. So last cycle, we had very systematic tests of the 20-week moving average. We would go up a little and then go back down and test it. And we just kept doing this time and time and time again. We had about 6 or 7 tests of it, depending on what you would assume is a test. And you can see we did that literally every step of the way, all the way up, and then finally went off to our blow off top. And then we held the 20-week moving average as resistance during the bear market. However, so far, this cycle looks more similar to this cycle over here. So the current cycle looks similar to this one when we didn't have a systematic test of the bull market nearly as much. In fact, there are a lot of similarities. We moved above it, we came down, and we tested it. Same way we tested it right here. And then we went off to the races, and you can see there's a bit large similarity. There's a big similarity between what happened over here and what's happening currently, albeit the slope is a little bit different. So if we were to take, say, like a bar pattern from our last test of the 20-week to, say, the final blow off top for the cycle in 2013, it would have looked something like that. Okay, so far, if we just put this exactly at the 20-week moving average. So far, this cycle, again, looks more similar to the other one, right? And I guess I should take it at the last test of the 20-week, which is about right here. Let me redo that just to make sure I have it as accurately as possible. So we're just going to draw a line from the last test of the 20-week, which is right here, up to the cycle peak, and we're just going to overlay that. So that way we know exactly what had happened once it left that 20-week moving average. Okay, so there we have it. So for instance, if this cycle were putting in the same type of gains as measured from the last test of the 20-week moving average as 2013, the price of Bitcoin would have already gone to about $270,000 to $280,000. So the people that would like to say that there are no diminishing returns, you're simply just not looking at how explosive prior moves are. Now, in their defense, right, of course, I will have to say that so far we are ahead of schedule when looking at the prior cycle. So we'll have to see how things play out, but in order for us to see non-diminishing returns, we'll need to see Bitcoin go to well over $300,000 before the year is over, which I really don't see that happening, but I would love to be proven wrong on that. So you can see sort of where we are compared to 2 cycles ago. Fairly similar moves where we don't really test the 20-week moving average as much. Another thing we have discussed is that it seems like it's the 8-week moving average that we keep holding as support. We identified this a few weeks ago back over here in this region, and we've been discussing the idea that so far, this is the moving average that has been holding as support. The only reason I looked at it was because, you know, there's a similar type moving average, maybe not exactly the 8-week, but maybe the 7-week or something, that was where we were holding support on back in 2013 before ultimately having a major retracement. Right now, we're holding support on that 8-week moving average as we've been moving up. We have not held it every step of the way, because you can see the last test of the 20-week SMA was below the 8-week moving average, of course. But since then, we tested it. We were above it at 11K. We tested it again around 19K. We tested it again around 30K. And then again here at around 44K. And then we just tested it again at 51K. So far, we're continuing to ride this 8-week moving average up. And again, if you look at, say, the last or 2 cycles ago, once we were really starting to flirt with this is when we ultimately came down and tested the lower moving average, the 20-week moving average. So for now, we're still holding it, and we'll see how long we can continue to hold it. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Remember, the sale for the premium list is ending in 2 days. So if you want to lock in the lower rate, we have a lot more stuff coming than we already have, but you'll get access to weekly reports and videos, the Telegram alerts channel, the Telegram chat room, the risk dashboard, the Into the Cryptoverse app, and more. Make sure you guys check it out before the prices go up. That'll be ending in 2 days, and you can lock in the lower rate. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go for 280,000 subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click the bell icon to turn on your notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.